already took him to school.
I was supposed to do that. Why don't you wake me?
Because you were sleeping so peacefully, and after the last few nights of tossing and turning, I just didn't have the heart.
Thank you, Marasco.
No problem.
So how was Shane? Still don't want to talk about the fight he got into at school?
You guessed it. But he did promise me that it would never happen again.
Well, let's hope not.
No matter what we do, our son keeps getting into trouble. Are we like the worst parents ever?
Well, let's see. My mom put me on the doorstep of a hospital when I was a baby.
Oh, yes.
And my dad basically tampered with the DNA test so that he wouldn't have to acknowledge me. No, I'd say my parents have us beat.
Dorian, to what do I owe this displeasure? Echo, we need to talk. I said everything I needed to say to you on the phone last night.
Whatever it was you're thinking, you're wrong.
Really? So you deny getting it on with Vicky's husband?
I just heard from my man at the police station. Vimmel is in Beau's office even as we speak. I thought you said you could control Vimmel's wife and she would get him not to sign the immunity agreement.
Trust me, I made it explicitly clear to Rama why it would be unwise for Vimmel to testify against you.
Well, I hope that she's convinced of that, because let me tell you something. If I'm going down, you're going down with me.
Who are you threatening this time?
Hey, sis.
You can drop the brother act. Joey's not here.
In that case, you look very hot. So, JoJo's been married a couple days already. He can't wait to get out of the house.
His mother called this morning. Apparently, his sister Jessica snapped. He went over there to see what he could do to help.
His family's really been through the mill. I kind of feel bad cleaning him out. I don't feel bad.
You should feel bad for us. If Rama doesn't stop Vimmel from giving the cops the goods on Clint Buchanan's gonna give Joey the goods on us.
Mr. Patel, have a seat.
Okay, Mr. Patel, this is the agreement. It's exactly what we discussed. You will get full immunity if you testify in specific detail about how Clint Buchanan hired you to use a forged ID card to break into the hospital DNA lab and falsify records.
As soon as you sign this, you're a free man.
Clint will get what's coming to him.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to sneak out before you wake up.
Why?
So we don't have to talk about how we ended up in bed together twice.
Too late.
You and I are in a real difficult spot right now. You're hurting over Natalie, and I'm hurting over Joey, and we found a way to not hurt so much for a few hours. Twice.
I just don't want you to think that I was...
Using me. Well, that means I was using you too. Hey, you know what? It beats drinking the pain away. There's no hangover. You're not gonna ask who it is?
There's no one I want to see.
Hello? Anybody home?
Whatever gave you the ridiculous idea that I slept with Charlie?
The watch.
Oh, right. You did mention something about that on the phone.
Oh, please. You have Charlie Banks' wristwatch.
Oh, this one? You were saying?
Okay, so you are not wearing it now, but you were the morning after on that very same wrist, and you said it was statement jewelry.
Yes, I have a lot of pieces.
Oh, you're a piece of work. Of course, yeah, I became convinced I was right when I saw a picture of Charlie wearing that same watch.
You are aware, Dorian, that when they make a watch, they make more than one.
Vicky didn't see Charlie that night. She thought he went out to get drunk, which might have been better for him than ending up in the sack with you.
He was distraught. He just found out that Rex wasn't his son.
So you admit it, Charlie was with you.
So what if he was, Dorian? What are you gonna do about it?
I was just taking care of business, Joey. There's nothing for you to worry about.
Mom, any news about Jessica?
Yes. Actually, yes. Brody just called. He found her. She's in Las Vegas with Robert Ford.
With Robert Ford?
Yes. He said he would have called sooner, but I don't know, he had something to do with the Las Vegas police.
With the police?
He didn't explain. He said he'd tell us when he got home. And the important thing is Jesse's all right, and he's bringing her home.
But is she?
Yes. She is, Tess.
All right, well, then the sooner she gets back here and under the care of Dr. Levin, the sooner we'll have our Jessica back.
Right. Sorry to take you away from your bride, darling.
Oh, Mom, stop. Don't worry about it. All right, I just wish you would have told me a little bit sooner. Because there's nothing more important to me than family.
I know.
Aubrey understands.
I feel sorry for Aubrey. Well, after everything that happened at the weddings, and then to find out your new sister-in-law has multiple personality disorder. Oh, my God. I can't even imagine that she had any idea what she was getting herself into when she married you.
I think she knew exactly what she was getting herself into.
So, what are we gonna do?
What can we do? I've left Rama a million messages since we laid out our plan, and she won't call me back.
She doesn't come through and the cops arrest Clint.
He's gonna show Joey what's really on that jump drive.
And if Joey finds out that you've been lying to him about us being brother and sister...
And that we've only been after his family's money this entire time, what are we gonna do?
We can't do anything, except for wait to see if Rama comes through.
And if she doesn't, we're dead. Forget about ever scamming anyone ever again. Clint is gonna tell the whole world who we really are.
So, we're gonna enjoy this luxury while we have it.
Okay, you know, Mr. Patel, your attorney has gone over this whole thing, and she's satisfied.
Would you sign anything before reading it first?
If you have any questions, any one of us can answer them. But the bottom line is this. Once you sign this, you cannot now or ever again in the future be prosecuted for any crimes connected with Clint Buchanan in the tampering of these medical records.
I'm satisfied.
I must speak to you.
If Shane's getting into fights at school, it must be because he's mad about something. Him and Charlie were getting pretty close. I think it's because he turned out to not be his granddad.
I don't think so.
Because I was so upset about it?
I hate to break it to you, Balsam, but you're not exactly the center of Shane's universe anymore.
Believe me, I know.
According to him, the fight just happened. And I don't understand because I'm a girl.
Yeah. Well, boys that age have to put the testosterone somewhere.
Oh, God. How long before our little boy goes from fighting to loving?
Well, he's 14, so I would say that we would have about a month.
No! No! I am so not ready to deal with my son having a sex life.
I'm kidding. I'm sure we have plenty of time before we have to deal with that.
Okay, good.
I have an idea. Instead of thinking about our son's future sex life, how about we deal with our present one?
Deal with? I thought we were doing fine.
No, we are. I'm not complaining. It's just I feel like I've been so wrapped up in this paternity thing, I haven't been paying enough attention to, you know, us.
Wilson, you don't need to worry about me. 'Cause I'm in this for the long haul, remember?
I know, it's just, I don't want to take our relationship for granted. I love you, Marasco, and I want to show you how much. But you're all dressed and showered, so...
So what?
Even if Roma gets Vimmel to take the rap for everything, Clint's still a wild card.
Wow, babe, you were great too. Thanks. Thanks for the sex.
I'm sorry. No, you're always amazing. I'm just thinking.
I know, Clint's onto us. So even if he goes free, he's not going to let us near B.
If he goes free, how are we ever going to bilk a guy who knows what we're up to?
Where there's a will, there is a way. What are you doing?
I'm calling Roma again. I've got to know what's happening. Voicemail, damn it!
I'm sorry, Commissioner. I told her she could not come in here.
I'm sorry, too, but I really need to speak to my husband right away.
Okay, this can wait for a minute.
Roma, what's wrong?
It's personal, a family matter. It's terribly, terribly urgent. Please.
My apologies, but I have to deal with this.
Really?
Okay, listen, we waited an extra day for me to deal with my family crisis. We can wait a few minutes for Vimmel to deal with his, can't we?
You can use a desk in the squad room. That officer will be with you outside.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're right, just in time. You cannot sign that agreement.
But if I don't sign it, then I'm going to go to prison along with Mr. Buchanan.
No, you must go to prison instead of Mr. Buchanan.
You know what, Dad? Don't start in an offer.
Okay, stop. Please. Joey's right. The last thing we need now is bickering, okay? We have far more important things to worry about.
Yes, like the fact that my father could go to prison for screwing around with everyone's life.
Excuse me, the bickering remark goes for you, too. You two cannot be at each other like this. Come on, Jessica's in serious trouble. Natalie's a wreck.
Does Natalie know about Tess?
No, she does not yet.
No, it's best not to tell until we know exactly what the situation is, considering that Tess once tried to kill Natalie.
And you don't think that's a good reason to tell her?
No! The whole reason that Natalie kept it a secret that Liam's father was Brody and not John is because she was afraid that Jessica would split. Natalie is a mess. There's no reason to heap guilt on top of everything else. She's upstairs now crying her eyes out with her son because John wants nothing to do with her or the baby.
I'll give him time. John's been hurt, but he'll come around.
Yeah, I wouldn't be so sure. John's already moved on. With Kelly.
Hello?
Hey, wait a minute. Hey, you can't just come in like this.
Well, you didn't answer your door.
Well, I didn't want to be disturbed.
Well, that's why I got my key, because I didn't want to disturb you. Listen, Johnny, I know that you know that your kid's not your kid, and I was really worried that there was like a lot of fraction between you.
Hey, you know what? I don't want to talk about this.
Well, she doesn't want to talk about it either, and obviously, I think I know why. I should just let you two lovebirds work it out with yourselves. Hey, Natty, I got a little something for you.